we talking about? Yeah. No, listen. I
Yeah.
like FiDi.
Are we rolling?
Oh yeah, this is it.
Okay, cool.
This is it. Yeah, it's not very sophisticated.
No, we're good. This is perfect.
Okay, I know you and Tommy had a very sophisticated setup.
Yeah, the one time we did our podcast.
No, I think you had 3 episodes.
No, we literally had one.
Just
we
me?
No, our Zoom. Oh, that. We had a bunch. We had a bunch of those.
Right.
We had like 40 of those. And then we did one in person. And we were just like, I'm so tired. Like, we're the 2 laziest fucking people in the world. And you put both of us together and it's like, you're going to get half of a project done.
I know. I feel like you guys have like long mono. I was like, what?
Yeah, yes. That's so funny. That's exactly what it is. What is wrong with me? Like, what is wrong with us? I think it's, I don't know what it is. But we did like one in-person episode.
Okay.
And it was sick. And then we were like, okay, cool. So I'll see you in a year.
I dominated this podcast.
Yeah, we're like, so next year, same time?
Oh, it's going to be an annual podcast.
Yeah, well,
no one's doing that. No one's doing an annual podcast.
And there's a market for that because some people don't want to listen to a podcast every day. Some people want once a year to get a big check-in. We were like, what? It was funny because we were being like, should we tell our listeners like what happened, like why we stopped recording?
You should just text them. They're all your friends.
Yeah, our listeners, which is hilarious. They're just my like friends. We're like, so what happened? And we were like, absolutely nothing happened. We just got tired. We just didn't want to do it. Like
we recorded at 6 p.m.
Yeah, and that was just too much. Like it was a lot of work.
You need to schedule like for your lunch break. Your job has to allow a lunch break
I know.
and a podcast break.
I know. I don't know. I think it's like the combination of us just being like, I don't know. I get a lot of other stuff done, but when it comes to the podcast, it's just been hard to like get it up and running.
And it's an hour long. I mean, no, but
it doesn't have to be. Yeah,
it doesn't have to be.
We were like, we can even just do 30-minute, whatever. But yeah, so. Back to you living in FiDi.
It's a different vibe up here.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you like this better?
I like that it's more mom and pop.
Okay.
I like the mom and pop stores. I don't like
supporting small businesses. That's great.
I like supporting small businesses. Not that many black-owned businesses up here, but we're working on that part.
Yeah.
You know.
You got to go a little further up.
Right. I can't go from big conglomerates, to like small black-owned businesses.
You're like
I got to work my way up there.
Yeah.
Right. So
you're doing the work, as they say.
I mean, I'm more progressive than I was a month ago.
There you go. That's good.
Right?
Yeah, you're not in FiDi, so.
Exactly. I can't even tell you what ethnicity the deli is across the street. That's pretty
great.
good.
That's great.
Right? That's progress.
Yeah. I'm happy
What
for you.
I'm finding out I don't like are young families.
That's what I was going to say. I feel like this is a lot of like, I have friends who live in like Brooklyn Heights or like Cobble Hill. Is that
Sure.
Like those areas are a lot of like strollers and babies, and like that to me would stress me out.
It's like yesterday, pizza place is right across the street. I had to wait for the stroller.
Yeah.
Because there was a dog next to them, and you couldn't
babies,
like bang
dogs,
around the
strollers. It's a lot.
And it's just like, why don't you leave the city?
Yeah, like go to the suburbs, but also like that is what the Upper East Side is. So you knew getting into this, right? That it's families and.
Yeah, I didn't realize how many.
Yeah.
I thought there was like I knew there was a couple.
Maybe, yeah.
Like I know there's a few roaches in this building, but I don't think it's covered in roaches.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right. Yes.
That's what I thought but no.
And then the reality hits, and you're like, oh yeah, there's a lot of roaches in the building. Or there's a lot of families. You know what I mean?
So many. I tried to get a coffee this morning, and the kid was crying in the stroller, and she was like,
God.
Sophie. She kept yelling the kid's name like that would work. It doesn't work.
That's what I love about being in Williamsburg, though, is like, it is so the vibe that I need right now. It's all like, I mean, granted, it's like gentrified Brooklyn, and like I'm the problem. I'm like, whatever.
You're West Williamsburg? Western in the neighborhood?
West, yes. So like toward the water.
Okay, very nice.
So nice. But it's all younger people. There's like some families, but it's mostly like younger people. But it's not young like right out of college, like East Village vibes. It's like a little older.
It's, how am I going to say this? Your neighborhood is a lot of young, mature couples.
Yeah, like 30-year-olds.
Yes, a lot of French bulldogs.
Yeah, a lot of Frenchies. Yeah.
which is nice.
You know who lives across the street from me is Casey Jost, Colin Jost's brother.
Interesting.
And I know him because not from just being his neighbor, but from the Impractical Jokers thing I did. And he recognized me on the street, and I was like, he was like, "Are you Luisa Lange?" And I was like, "Are you joking? Like, is Colin or whatever his name is, Casey Jost?"
Yeah, he's recognizing
me. I was like, "Oh my god!" Or, no, he didn't even say my name. He was like, "Do you work for True TV?" And I was like, "Yeah." "Are you Casey Jost?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, like you did so great." And now I like see him all the time, but he is like young family vibes, but you don't see that everywhere. Just like sometimes in my neighborhood.
The young families.
Yeah, like he has a baby.
I thought you meant like the Jost family. I was like, oh, you've seen Colin also from time to time.
No, you don't see like a lot of like baby situations happening, but they have like a baby.
Okay, but they don't bring it out a lot.
They don't bring it out a lot.
That's
nice. That's what I'm saying. Like
That's very nice.
If he had not told me that they had a baby, I would think that he just like had a dog.
Is there anything better than that? Someone hiding their family?
Yeah, thank God. I'm like, just hide them, okay? Like, I've never even seen his wife.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, I just see
they
him
might
and
as well
his dog.
not exist.
Yeah, I just see him and his dog. He is very nice, though. He is a great person to know.
I'm going to be honest. I thought he was a homosexual.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a wife and a baby.
Huh.
He's so nice, too. He, like, will, like, ask me about myself and, like, my clips and stuff. And I'm like, you don't have to, like, be nice to me.
You don't have to
do you know what I mean? Yeah, like, when somebody who's, like, more successful than you is nice to you and you're just like, you don't have to. Like, it's okay. You can go home.
But he's a good level of success where he knows it's because of his brother.
Yeah. But
so
he does
like
a lot
commoner?
of, like, good shit. Like, he basically is, like, the brains behind Impractical Jokers right now.
Really?
I mean, maybe not, like, all the guys.
Well, Joe left.
Are, yeah.
So is he filling it? Oh?
No,
I thought you
not.
might have. Okay.
He's just like, no, I don't have any, like.
I thought, yeah, the way you made that. Okay.
No, I'm just saying, like, Joe left, and it was like, ooh, like, I was working with True TV at the time, and they wouldn't tell us anything. They were like, just pretend it didn't happen, and we were like, I don't know if that's, like, the right way to go about this.
Yeah, it's a quarter of the show.
We would literally, they would have us post clips and just, like, cut Joe out of it, and we were like, I think people are gonna notice.
Yeah, he's
like,
not Murr.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Joe is like
Joe.
the big thing.
He's the pole.
Yeah.
Besides Sal, shout out to him.
Shout out to Sal, love him. But point being, my neighborhood has very good vibes.
And my buddy lives. What is it? South First.
Oh my God, my best friend lives there.
Nice.
That is a nice
setup.
That's a nice building.
Oh yeah, right by Domino Park. Though I don't like Domino Park.
I like Domino Park.
It attracts young families. I'm finding out I hate young families. I'm finding out I hate kids. That's what I'm finding out.
Yeah, I just feel like the older I get, I'm like, when am I supposed to like want that?
I was having that thought today.
It's scary because like time isn't stopping, but I'm not changing. Like I feel the same as I always have.
Mentally.
Yes. And you think that like by the time you're 30, you're going to be like ready for that. And I'm just like, ugh, I don't know. Maybe someday, but like.
Well, like when is that someday? Because I
don't have that long.
Right, because we're getting to 30 and we're getting there quick.
Like my eggs are dying.
That's a biological fact.
That's just biology.
Right.
So like it sucks more for women because it's like guys can at least be like, oh, like maybe when I'm 40 I'll like get married and have a kid. But it's like I could have a kid at 40, but that's like geriatric pregnancy, like dangerous, not as I mean it's very possible. Now, because like we've
modern medicine,
right? Thank God for it.
You can have
but
a kid
still,
at 70.
It's not like that might be me, honestly.
That's fine.
I might have a kid at 70. Yeah,
you know.
Tommy and I were talking about this. Like, we're both single, and we're just like, what do you do if eventually you just? Because I keep being like, I just want to meet somebody. I'm not forcing it. I'm not like forcing it. Like going on dates every single night. I'm like, I just want to fucking meet somebody in life. And we were like, eventually though, what do you do if like you just like don't meet somebody? I'm like gonna be 90 and I'm like, I'm just waiting for it to happen naturally. Like it's gonna happen. It's like eventually do you have to just be like, whatever, I'll just like date this fucking loser, you know? So
you defined why divorce is at 50% in this country.
Literally, because people just say, all right, I guess I'll just marry the guy that is interested in me at this moment because I don't want to be alone.
But what I will say, and kudos to you, I think a lot of people do that at like 24.
Yeah.
And they're like, why are we, I found a guy and he's okay.
And what sucks is people who get to that point and they're like kind of unsure, or like 28, you're dating a guy and you're kind of unsure about it, but you're like, I'm not going to start over at 28 And it's like, just start over at 28. I'm there, like, I'm fine. But people are afraid that, like, if they let this mediocre relationship go, then they'll never have anything. And it's like, that's so not the right way to go about it. Just be single and find the right person eventually. We're just, like, so stuck on this timeline of, like, this is who I'm with when I'm 28, so I have to, like, stay with them forever. I can't set myself back. So I'm, like, honestly happy that I never got into that situation, and I just, like, have been single and have been, like, happy, and I'm like, I'm not gonna date somebody unless they literally, like, enhance my life
Or have money.
Well, that's enhancing my life.
Oh, that's enhancing.
I would consider that a life enhancement.
Okay, folks.
So if you're out there and you have money and you're interested.
But what we also have to remember, which I think we do have a privilege, that not everyone lives in Casey Jost Williamsburg.
Yeah.
Where we're young, we're hip, we're doing it, we're out every night, we're slinging bits, we're doing this and that. Most people are truly nothing people.
Like, what do you mean?
So I have a concept called nothing people, which is the majority of human beings, where they don't have hobbies.
Yeah.
They're in a job that's not
that's
interesting.
Like most people.
That's what I'm
in
saying.
The world.
So then they just find another bozo nothing person, and they're like, why don't we? Because together, maybe we're something.
Yeah. If you put both of your bozo brains and bodies together, lives together.
Right.
Your bozo lives maybe will make, like, something interesting.
And then they get a dog and they're like, isn't this dog
This is
fucking
our
crazy?
personality.
And
Yeah,
it's like, that's a dog. All dogs are exactly the same.
Yeah.
Your dog's not better
Make
than
an
this
Instagram
dog.
for their dog, and that's, like, their hobby. And it's just like, I don't know. But do you think it makes it harder to find somebody? To not be a nothing person?
I do. Say that question again.
Okay, do you think not being a nothing person...
Not being a...
Okay, do you think being a something person makes it harder to find someone that you match with well?
Ooh. It's a good... I don't think so, but I think it makes it harder for you to commit.
Yeah, potentially.
To that person.
I think it makes it harder to find somebody.
Ooh, fill me in on your philosophy there.
Like, I don't want to... Like, there's nothing, people are everywhere, right? By your theory.
Yes.
They're pretty much everywhere. But I don't really want to be with a nothing person.
Right.
So, therefore, a large majority of the people, I'm just being like, no, I would rather, like, wait for someone that's, like, really interesting and, like, has shit going on. And that's, like, harder to come by, I guess.
What I will say is...
I don't know.
We're going to stick on this nothing person theory, where... So with what you're saying, I think it's because we're out doing our thing that makes us not a nothing person, while that person you're looking for is also out doing their thing.
Right.
Eventually, we will be successful enough where we don't have to juggle so many things, that we could just do our thing that makes us interesting.
I know. That's what I heard.
That's when you connect.
Right.
This is all based off nothing.
This is based off science, I think.
I was a scientist at one point.
Yeah.
So let's write this
go.
down. Right now, this is a theory. It's not a law.
This is a theorem.
It's a theorem.
What's the difference between...
I don't remember.
Theorem sounds more, like, fancy to me.
It's a I think a theorem... You put that on your face,
no idea.
right? They sell that...
That's a serum.
That's a serum.
That's a serum, yeah.
Okay.
Hyaluronic acid theorem.
Write
That's
that down.
serum with a lisp. Yeah, so to some people, yeah.
Yeah, to some people it is a theorem.
Thon.
No, and then, so basically, we'll get into why I asked you to be on the pod, because you brought it up. I don't have the girlfriend anymore. Single.
Yeah.
So basically, what my strategy is here is to ask you what's going on in the streets.
Okay.
How are things going? And then probably counter what you've been doing.
What do you mean counter what I've been doing?
Costanza it.
Okay.
So like, hey, Luisa, how's it going? You're like, it's terrible. I'm doing this and X and Y. I'm going to go, okay, I'm going to do...
The opposite?
C and D.
Okay. You're like, I'm going to do whatever I can do to avoid becoming me.
If it's not going well. It sounds like it's not going well.
It's not going well. No. I haven't even said that yet, and you're just like, I can tell. It's not. It's not looking good for you.
You're like, let me tell you what's going on.
I'm
Casey
like,
Jost gave me a compliment, and it just lit up my day.
Yeah, it lit up my life.
And I renewed my lease.
I'm like, he knew who I was, and that was enough to get me through another day.
So, because listen, I'm single now for 2 months.
Wow, so that's like new, and you guys were together for a long time.
3 years.
Yeah, sorry.
No.
About
Well,
that.
yeah, well, it's what it is.
It is what it is, yeah.
What? And then my buddy, I don't know if this is public. I won't say names. Also, the people that watched this are just foot fetish people, by the way.
No way.
Yeah, that's
you
what
have
I
a
picked.
foot fetish
Yeah,
crowd?
whole community.
Absolutely not. Wait, I get asked in my DMs to sell feet pics.
That's happened. I get emails about it.
No fucking way.
Yes, ma'am.
And you just have your feet out right now. Not feet out, but you got like socked feet out.
Oh, it's a big controversy in the comments if you check
Do
it
you
out.
have people like that come on here and like take their shoes and socks off?
If you read the comments, they request the
That
socks
is
to be
the
off.
most unhinged thing I've
Oh
ever
yeah, whatever.
The
It
feet
gets
community-
the views up.
The feet community is like a thing.
It's a strong
Huge.
community.
Yeah. I said no to giving this guy feet pictures once, and then I posted as a joke being like, is there like a sugar daddy out there that will pay for like my dog's vet bills? And he literally responds going, I tried with the feet pics. I was like, oh my God.
Yo.
Like, he's not kidding. And
How much is he willing to pay for the feet pics?
It wasn't enough. It was like, he offered $20, and I was like, I'm going to need you to add another 0 to that. Like, I need 200. And he sent me an example of what he would want.
He has a template?
Yes. Which is the funniest part. He has a template, and he's like, just something like this. And it was just like this girl, like, it was the bottom of her feet. And it was just the bottom of her feet. And she was just like sitting like this.
He's into the bottom?
Yeah, Tommy and I talked about this too. Like, how fucking creepy is that? Like, top of the foot, sure. Bottom, you're a sick fuck.
I'm trying to think. How are you ever going to get pics like that? You go to the subway, you could take a pic at the top of the foot.
Right.
You can't get the bottom. How'd you
And I'm
get
like-
into the bottom?
I didn't do it. I didn't send them.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, how does
How did
someone get
get
into the bottom
I
of
don't
the
know.
foot?
You don't ever see the bottom of the foot. Maybe it's the mystery that got him into it.
That's true.
That, like, it's less accessible.
That's right.
Like, yeah, like, you're never showing, like, your boobs in public. You're never showing the bottom of your feet. And they're both, like, ooh, like, what's under there? I don't know.
Would you be open to sending side foot? Like
I would be
side boob,
open-
side foot.
Depends where I am financially.
Mm.
I'd be down to do anything at a certain point for a certain amount of money. That's not true. But, like,
Clip it!
that's not true. But with feet pics, maybe. I could be convinced.
Okay.
But it
Well,
would need to be enough money.
what I'm noticing from the foot fetish community,
Yeah.
now that I'm adjacent to it,
Yeah.
they don't have that much money.
Yeah.
It's
that makes
one of the
sense to me.
poorer
That
communities.
makes sense to me. Like, you're going to offer me $20 for a picture of my feet. I don't need, like,
It's
that.
offensive.
Me?
It's offensive.
Oh, it's offensive.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. I'm like, no, I'm not going to send you that. So, I don't know. I'm glad that you've been connecting with the feet people. Though.
Well, now that they see you on, you know, I might get one more.
Hit me up, yeah. Just kidding. Don't.
One more subscriber, or hit me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I haven't done it yet, but if I add up enough,
But you might. You
right.
never know.
Feet Finder's a website.
Never
I
say
found that out.
never. Yeah, it's a thing.
The number 2 most searched term for people to get to my podcast: socks.
Why?
Can't tell you.
On like YouTube?
Yep.
You have a foot fetish community?
Yeah.
That is so insane. I can't wait to look into that.
Yeah. No, it's.
I'm gonna
I would
go-
say dig into it. It's
I'm
on
going
the
to.
surface.
That's hilarious. You guys are fucking freaks.
Yeah. But we love you.
But keep watching.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. We
Yeah.
we really need it.
So okay, so back to what I was.
To life.
So right, I was in 3 years. Now I'm out. My
Mhm.
buddy, I'm gonna say like 6 years, just got out.
Wow.
By the way, Jason Choi lives down the block now.
No way.
He's like 9 years.
9 years. He was in a
And
relationship
just-
for 9 years and it just
just-
ended.
I'm ballparking that one, but
Jesus.
definitely longer
That's
than 3.
crazy. Yeah, that's a lot.
So what? So basically, we're strategyless now, Luisa.
You 3 that are just out
I'm
of a relationship?
I'm assuming that they have no strategy.
Yeah. Okay.
They've never had a strategy.
Right.
I don't know. So,
You've been out of the game for a while.
and and you can't just like get back. You can't just like jump back on the field.
No,
I'm
it's not.
I'm realizing that.
Yeah. I know. I've been single for my like whole adult life. So I've never like
Okay.
not I like had stuff in college and then like but like a long time ago.
Okay.
And so since I've been in New York, I've had like little things but never like a boyfriend. So I've never not been like kind of on the field. So I've never had to readjust the way that you are.
Okay. Your conditioning is up.
Yeah, I'm kind of just like it's my natural state is being single. And
Yeah, you could play all 60 minutes. You're ready to go at all times.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not good at it, but like it is my resting state.
Your resting
My
state
resting
is
state
constantly open.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. And I get one big common theme I'm hearing from the gentlemen
Okay.
is no apps. No one's going to do the apps. And we're not talking appetizers.
We're not talking appetizers.
Because we're
not
definitely
talking
down for
half-price
appetizers.
apps. Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
Is that a place to hit up?
Yeah, half-price apps, Applebee's.
Oh, at Applebee's, the Times
Yeah.
Square one?
Oh, yeah. That's where to go. That's where I would go to find a man. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
I hate the apps. I hate them, but I literally don't know how else to get a date. I literally don't know. People don't come up to me after shows. This is maybe like a me thing. I don't know. I'm like, no one's interested in me. It's crazy.
It's just you slowly realizing,
Yeah,
wait,
I'm
what?
explaining it, and I'm like, this is probably about me.
Okay.
But yeah, if I'm not using the apps, like I'm not dating. I'm not like meeting people. I get like weirdos that DM me, but they're never like hot. And I'm never interested.
Yeah, I think this is where guy comics and girl comics start disagreeing.
Yeah.
I'm dying for a DM slide. It's happened a handful of times.
Okay, this is one thing I want to say to the general public of men. If like I have said this so many times, if you are going to slide into a girl's DMs,
Yes.
your profile needs to be public, because if it's private and your little picture is of you as like a kid, you're not going to get a response. Like, people, if you DM somebody, they want to go and like see who you are before they answer.
Or change your profile picture, it sounds like.
That's like that's like the bare minimum, is put an updated picture where I can like kind of see
So I
you.
got to support my team somehow, you know?
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, I get DMs and it's like, hey, like, I think you're so cool. I want to take you on a date. And then I go and it's like private. And I'm like, I'm just not risking
You can't
responding.
do that. You can't, yeah.
So that's like one rule that I'm just like, you got to have, at least like make it public for a second so I can see it.
What's the point of the private account?
I don't know. I think it stems from like us like millennials growing up with this like, don't put yourself drinking on Facebook, don't do this, don't do that. Like, I think we grew up with like I don't think Gen Z would ever make anything private. Like, I think TikTok, I don't even think you can make a private TikTok, you know? Like, the point of it is for people to see your stuff.
Right.
But I think we grew up with this idea of like, you won't get into college if you have like bad stuff on your Facebook.
Okay.
So I think that like people our age still just, that's like ingrained in us. Like, all of my friends who aren't comedians and are just normal people.
Nothing people.
I was going to say nothing. I was like,
the...
no offense, but nothing people.
It's fine. It's what it is. Embrace
it's great.
it.
Honestly, I sometimes wish I was a nothing person. I think my life would be easier. But
right. It is easier.
Their profiles are private because it's just how it's always been. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's how it's always been.
Yeah, I just think like we grew up with this idea of like privacy, and we didn't use social media for like fame, and now that's what it's used for. Now it's Gen Z goes on TikTok. Well, yeah, us too, but we've had to like adapt to that. Gen Z is just like, we go on TikTok to get followers and to get like random people to watch our shit.
Okay.
We were like drinking in high school and being like, oh, nobody can see this. This is like I'm not going to get into college. I'm not going to get a job. Like,
I understand.
Do you know what I mean? That's just what I think.
Your friends are still like editing Solo cups onto their hands when they're holding Bud Lights?
Yeah, like putting a Diet Coke sticker over it. Like,
it's like you're 31. You can have
I don't
wine.
know. I think that's just how it's always been. And so it's like, well, I keep my stuff private. And it's just like, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, the DM, because I don't know how to approach the DM slide. I've done it. I'm doing it.
Yeah, I think you should.
Is it a wild move?
No, I don't think
Generally?
so. No, I would like, I mean, I appreciate it because I think social media can be like the best dating app. Like, I think it can be a way to meet people. Especially for me, because you going on my Instagram, you see like a lot of like weird shit kind of. And if you're okay with that and you're asking me out, then I'm like, okay, cool. That's like one less thing I have to like explain. Like, oh, by the way, like I do comedy and I do, you know what I mean? So I kind of like that when people see my content and then see me and they're like, oh, I like both of those things. I'm interested, instead of like my dating app where it's just like pictures of me and you don't really know anything.
You know nothing.
You don't know anything. And then I meet and then I'll get a guy to go on a date with me, and I'm like, oh yeah, like at some point I'll be like, oh yeah, I do stand up, and they're like, ugh, their like dick goes back in their body and they're just like not interested.
Really? That's happened?
Every time.
Every time?
I was just on my way here texting my sister about it. Guys do not want to date a female comic. They just don't.
That's interesting.
They just don't.
I mean, I'm against it because I did it once, and I was like,
You
oh yeah,
did?
never again. Yeah, we could tell. We
Who did you
could
date?
say, well, we could talk about it off the air,
Okay.
but I
I
don't
don't
want to
think I
go
knew
through
that.
the bars and tones and add it to
Okay,
Adobe.
so we'll avoid that. But I never have dated a comic. And I don't know that I would. I don't really care either way. But I do know that guys, regular people, I just think they don't want to date a female comic. I think it's
And why do you think that is?
I think it's threatening. I think it's
Ooh.
I think it's like for like a fragile male. I think it's like small dick energy for sure. I think that like the person that I think the person that okay. I've thought about this a lot. I just think it's like threatening to be a woman who can like have opinions and be loud and command a room. It's not like traditionally the way that like gender roles work. And I think a lot of guys are conditioned to be like, that's not like what I want. I want to be the one that's like in charge and the one that's like loud and has these opinions and like in power. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I think it's literally like an evolutionary thing. And when I opened for Nikki Glazer, a new
Shout out to her.
Brad,
She's single.
No, she's actually not. But she talked about it a lot, and she's like, I'm 38 and like so successful at comedy, and no guy wants to fucking date me, and she's so hot. I know. I'm like, I'll date you.
Hello.
But she said the same thing. She's like, guys just don't want to date a powerful woman, and I don't think it's just comedy. I think it's
She's from Kansas, right?
no, she's from Missouri.
Yeah, just as bad.
You're like, that's what it is.
That's the
not
problem.
I just really believe that. I really believe that a lot of the reason I have had a hard time dating is I'm like my personality. No, but like kind of like who I am, and that I do comedy, and that I'm able to like get on a stage in front of a theater of people and
Right, do your thing.
do my thing. And
I
think
will
it's threatening.
say, every girl thinks she's more attractive than she is. Every guy thinks he's funnier than he is.
Yeah, guys, and that's what's so annoying is a guy can be ugly, but if they're funny, they'll get a hot girl. It doesn't matter.
It's possible.
Girls, anything is possible for men.
That's right.
Anything is fucking possible. I do think that
That's
like
the title of my book.
for guys, like you'll see a funny, like not super hot guy, average guy, like with a really hot girl because
Pete Davidson.
yeah, exactly. That
There you
is
go.
exactly it. And he gets the hottest women in the world because he's funny. And like I agree with that. I think like for me, if a guy is funny, I will just like think that they're hot because for me that's just I mean they have to be like they can't be like disgusting and like deformed, no offense.
Right. They can't be stand-up comics. They got to be Matt Rife.
Yeah, they gotta be they gotta be like TikTokers. Just kidding.
Listen,
No.
I don't know that many good-looking, funny TikTokers. I know good-looking TikTokers. I know funny TikTokers.
I don't even know. I just think that
Chris
like
Barnes, shout out to you.
shout out to Chris Barnes doing his thing. I do think that guys are not the same way. Guys are not like, oh, if a girl is funny, she's hot to me.
It's a
You
nice
need to be
plus.
so much more than that.
If a girl's funny, it's like heated seats in a car. It's like, I don't need that.
But it's nice.
But it's nice.
And for me, I'm like, that's my main thing. That's my selling point. I've never like, yeah, I'm not like I'm whatever. I'm like whatever. I'm like not ugly, but I've never relied on like my looks. I've always been like my social currency is that I'm funny, and that's
Right.
always been my thing. And we've talked about this. I was a fat kid.
Yes.
You were a fat kid.
We had a good episode 7 years ago.
About 7 years ago, yeah. We're like, I was a fat kid, so I was always like, no matter what, like, I can make everyone in my classroom laugh, and that's like, that's my selling point. The heated seats is all I have.
Right.
Is what I feel, you know. So,
But heated seats are necessary for a lot of people.
yeah, I know.
For the bougie crowd.
I know.
You need a
it's just
bougie guy.
complicated. I think it's complicated because I also think there's this stereotype that like female comics are really like dirty on stage, and I'm not. I don't do really any like sex comedy because I don't have sex. I'm just kidding, kind of.
Don't clip that.
I'm not. No, I just don't really do. It's not my style, like dirty comedy.
I hear you. I'm the same way.
So I think, yeah, I'm like pretty much just talking about like ordinary, everyday shit that I think is funny. So I think there's also that stereotype, and I just think, I don't know. It is something that's really interesting to me that I think about a lot, is the dynamics of funniness in men and women. And this is something that Nikki said. She was like, guys think a girl is funny. Guys will be like, look, she sent me this meme. Look how fucking funny she is. And it's like, did she make the meme? No, she just sent it to you. That doesn't make her funny.
What I'm going to push back on here.
Okay, I'm ready.
Guys do the same thing.
Yeah.
This goes back to my theory of nothing people.
Yeah.
This might just be a nothing person, but it's easier to be a funny nothing person for a girl than it is for a guy.
Yes.
I will say that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Does that make sense?
Kind of.
That's what I'm saying, making sense?
Kind of. I think another thing is like guys, this was like a study that was done. Guys define funny as like a girl who laughs at their jokes. Girls define funny as like a guy who is funny and like makes good jokes.
See the girl where a girl's funny.
A girl has not funny but good sense of humor. A girl has a good sense of humor to a guy if she like laughs at his jokes and like laughs at the memes and like sending funny memes and like blah, 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 like laughs at him.
Yes.
To a guy, that's what a sense of humor is. He's like, my girlfriend has such a good sense of humor, meaning like
she approves
laughs
of
at
my
him.
sense of humor.
She laughs at him.
Yes.
She like that to him is to a guy that's like she has a good sense of humor. To a girl, having a good sense of humor is being funny. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I might get people who super disagree with this.
They're in the feed. Who gives a fuck?
They're like zooming in on your socks right now. They're not even with us right now.
This is on mute.
Yeah. They don't give a fuck what we're saying. Yeah, I don't know. People might disagree, but I just spend a lot of time thinking about this because I do think it's like fucked my dating life up.
But I think it's a lot because it goes to what I said earlier. Guys will always think that they are funnier than they actually are. Guys always think they're funnier and taller than they actually are.
Yeah. I think guys genuinely think that they're taller than they are.
No, they 1,000%
And like funny is not something you can measure, but like height is.
Funny is 1,000%
like,
something you can measure. Here's a microphone, here's a room of people.
Yeah, that's true.
Figure it out.
I also get a lot of guys who are like, oh yeah, I could fucking do stand up. And I'm like, could you? Like, really? Try it. I dare you. Or I'll have guys who are like, I bet I know your entire set. It's like, abortion sucks, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, actually, no, that's not my set. Like, just asshole guys.
They assume you're pro-life just off the get-go.
Yeah, I guess. No, abortion. They're saying like abortion laws. Suck.
You just walk in there with a Confederate flag on. Luisa, I think I know what your
you
problem
know my
is.
Profile? Yeah, my profile's me holding a Confederate flag.
Yeah, on the dating apps, you're alt-right for some
and I'm
reason.
like, nobody wants to date me because I'm funny. You're like, I think it's because you're a Nazi. Yeah. Like,
you just go in there with a lot of Hitler facts.
Yeah.
You're like, Hitler was 5'9".
The fun fact that I love is that Hitler was like kind of hot.
Yeah. He started the whole small mustache thing. A lot of people think it was Charlie
I'm really
Chaplin.
into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think about that a lot though. The funny thing with like dating. If a guy is funny, it puts you way ahead.
It's definitely, yeah.
A big thing.
For girls, heated seats to a girl is like
everything.
Wheels to a guy.
Yes.
It's like 2-wheel drive.
Yes.
Some guys, you need to have at least 2-wheel drive. If you have 4-wheel drive, that's nice.
Yeah. And I don't know. Maybe girls just laugh easier or something. I don't really know. It's like so confusing to me.
I think it's genetic. Maybe. Where it's like girls prioritize the humor. They like someone that's entertaining that could be like the alpha.
I think it literally is kind of evolutionary. Like
it's evolutionary, that's the word I was looking for.
You kind of not to go back to Nikki Glaser, but her whole new set is
about her
this book she read about evolution and like how to get a man to like you. And the whole thing is about So the whole thing is about like it's just about like the evolution of, and I think girls are like programmed to be like, oh, this guy is like funny and he's like commanding the room, he can like protect me in the forest. You know what I mean? Like that is the evolutionary like wire.
And God, is that not true?
It's not true at all, but
No.
that's how we're like, I think, programmed.
I wonder where that started deviating, where like the star quarterback and the funniest person, like in your head,
I don't know.
if you think the funny guy's going to protect you, you should meet comics.
Right.
They are cucks.
That'll change your mind. That'll change your mind. No, I just
You're going to die.
I think I just mean not even just like funny, but I think someone who has like a big personality and can like command a room and be like an alpha, whatever it is, whether it's doing stand up, whether it's being the quarterback. I think it's like being like a star at something is like, okay, that man is going to be the one that's like successful and can protect me and can like lay his seed or whatever the fuck.
But that can't apply to everything. Like there
I'm
can't
also
be like
not an anthropologist. I'm sort of just like spewing bullshit right now.
No, but let's take that as the example. Like there is a guy out there that's the foremost expert in like the pyramids.
Yeah.
Is there someone out like are there women out there listening to him like this guy's
The pyramids, like
Yeah,
the
like
Egyptian pyramids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like there's some Egyptologist out there.
Yeah.
That's like the expert.
Right, of course.
And he knows everything about the pyramids.
Yeah.
Is someone getting wet over that?
Someone's getting wet over everything. That's another thing. I was just gonna say there's a community for everyone, I think, which is gross, but for sure. Yeah.
Wait, so you mean these guys on the apps? You hate the apps, but you're on the apps.
Yeah, like on and off. I really am so bad about making myself go on dates, which is also part of the problem. That's like
Yes.
a big reason I'm single is because I don't try to not be single. So I will give myself that like I don't like go on a lot of dates, but I.
Right. You're like the guy that's like, I could do stand up.
Literally, I'm like, yeah.
I could get dates.
Yeah.
But
I just
dates,
don't do it. I don't know. I just hate it.
What I was thinking of is doing like a parody dating app
Okay.
where it's like a fish holding me.
Oh my God. That would be funny.
That's fun, right?
Like on your profile?
Yeah, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Like just a fish holding me up.
That's so funny.
That's something.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you put a picture of a fish holding you up in your profile, a girl's gonna be like, "That's fucking hilarious." If I do it, it's like not as attractive. It doesn't do the same thing.
Yeah, I would swipe left.
It literally doesn't do the same thing.
And I have the same exact picture.
Like exactly what I'm saying.
That'd be a fun social experiment.
Then
Do you
it's
want to
like-
make parody accounts and see what
Yes,
the reaction is?
because then it's like, okay, that's funny, but like, is she hot? Where is the like, I want to see what she looks like more. Just, you know what I mean? I do not think it would receive the same reaction. I don't.
No, 1,000%
I
wouldn't.
just wouldn't.
But I would like to do that social experiment.
I think that's
and every
really funny.
other aspect the same.
Everything the same, and the same like pictures, but with us in them.
We should just Photoshop
And
our
see what
faces
happens.
onto the
Yeah.
same bodies.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, literally everything the same.
Right.
Just our faces.
It doesn't even matter about the gender. It could be a
No,
woman put
no,
your
it
and
doesn't
put
care.
my face
Doesn't
on.
matter at
It doesn't
all.
matter. We're just testing this out.
Yeah. I think I know the answer is you would get a ton of swipes and I would not.
Probably would.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'll do that. I'll hit up Metcalf to do that. I don't know how to do
Okay.
editing, photo editing. He's
I don't know how
really
to do
good at
photo
that.
editing. I'm better with video.
Right. Well, Chris Metcalf showed me that too, and shout out to him.
Shout out.
We love you, Chris.
That's very funny though. The fish holding you.
Yeah, I thought that was something
love
stupid.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. But like, I don't want to go on these apps because I already know what everyone's saying on there. It's like, oh, what are you interested in? Travel. No,
Ugh.
everyone loves travel.
I hate it. Not travel, but I hate the app. Like
It's like the same
Etiquette.
bullshit.
over and over.
It's a
and
song.
over.
It's a dance. It's a bullshit dance.
Yes. Oh, like, what are you getting into this weekend? Gonna go see some friends. Oh, like, what do you do for... It's just like, how am I supposed to, like, gauge if I'm interested in somebody from that?
Because of the pics. I hate to tell you, it's because of the pics.
Okay, but I'm huge on personality. For me, like, if a guy... I just can't... I mean, yeah, there's guys I can look at, like Tyler Cameron from The Bachelor, and be like,
I mean, come
objectively,
Cute
so
kid.
hot. Doesn't even need to be funny. He's so hot. But then, like, I think about my friends that I, like, love, my guy friends, and I'm like, I don't know, if I saw them on a dating app, would I be like, oh, fuck yeah, like that's a really hot guy. I don't know. Maybe I just like love them because of their personality and think it makes them dateable and eligible and like hot, you know?
But here's my thing. Are we looking for dating or are we looking for a partner here, Luisa? Because Tyler Cameron, you go out with him first time, great. Second time, great. Third time, you realize, he
there's
is a
nothing here.
brain dead person.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm looking
He's a
for
walking
partner.
vegetable.
Right. But I think walking vegetables usually end up like with each other.
They usually do. They
You
make
know?
a garden.
Yeah. Okay. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
that
gorgeous.
was. God, that's not really what I
That's-
wanted to
no.
go for. No, they make a pizzeria salad
Yeah. Like a.
where it's like this sucks,
Like
but it's
a-
like it's healthy, I guess. Like it looks good,
Yeah.
but it sucks.
Yeah.
It's warm. It's on top of the pizzas.
I just recommend getting out there. I think it's going to be like easier for you as a guy.
Maybe. I was also told that you get older, it gets easier if you're a guy.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's also older guys telling me this.
Maybe girls get like more desperate,
It's definitely a factor.
but maybe I don't know.
I think now, where I am now compared to where I was in, I'm trying to do math, 2018,
Yeah,
different guy.
not the same thing.
Not the
I
same
I
thing.
did go through a phase when I was like 26 or 27 where I was like randomly dating a lot of 25-year-old guys, and it just wasn't working out over and over and over. And I just was like, I literally think it's the age. I think that like I can't be dating 25-year-olds. They're just not in the same place as a 30-year-old.
No, I think for a girl, it's tougher to play down.
Yeah, and I tend to play down. I do.
You play down?
Yeah.
Interesting. I wouldn't think so.
I do. I tend to go younger.
Why?
I'm not into like a big, like muscly, like I'm into like kind of a scrawny, like pale, sickly baby face kind of vibe. So if there's like a big burly like 34-year-old man and every girl is like he's so fucking hot, normally I'm like, ugh, no, not for
What's
me.
this, Tyler Cameron?
No, well, Tyler's like has kind of a baby face ish.
Okay. So
He's-
you like a soft face.
Kinda, yeah.
You like a face that can't grow much facial
Kind
hair.
of, exactly.
That's
yes.
fine. Okay. But there's older versions of that.
Yeah, I know. I just have to find them, but they're out there.
There's so many out there.
But I do think I randomly end up going younger a lot of the time. Not like
It's easier to
not
check
like
the boxes
12,
off that way.
but I go, yeah,
well,
exactly.
thank Christ.
Yeah, like just
That's
to
on
clarify,
record now.
Not 12, not 17.
You could
I'm
end the
talking
investigation.
26, maybe. Well, okay, I'm 29 now. I wouldn't date a 26-year-old. I think I'm like over dating younger guys now because it's never worked out for me. But yeah, I did go through a phase where I was dating a bunch
See, you're
of
going to
younger guys.
Costanza yourself. You're doing the opposite of what
Yeah.
you're doing.
Mhm. I
Okay.
just now I'm like I'm not even going there. I just think they're not ready for like what I want, you know?
What do you want?
I want a life partner.
Oh.
I want to find somebody that I like love and is my biggest fan and is not threatened by me,
Okay.
that I can just like have a fun life with. I just want to like not be alone, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
At the end
Is
of the
that
day, it's
so
about
hard?
like
Is
not
that-
being alone.
It's just like pretty simple for me. I feel like all my friends are in relationships, and they're just like you just have somebody to hang out with and like share your life with, and I'm just like that's what I want. I don't want to like
But what are your friends doing in those relationships?
I mean, it depends. It depends.
That's what I'm saying. I know a lot of people in relationships.
You think
They seem
that
to
a
be
lot of them
really
are not
fucking boring.
Good, yeah.
And I think a lot of them are doing it just to do it.
Yeah, I know. I have a hard time like seeing through that facade though, because I'm just like, oh, like I want that. So I don't even like really let myself be like, well, maybe it's not even good. But I'm also not somebody who's been
interesting.
like, I like hate being single. I want a boyfriend. I've never ever been like, I want a boyfriend. Which is probably why, again, I'm still single because I haven't been like forcing it or pushing it to happen. Because I'm genuinely happy. Like I have so much fun by myself. I think I'm literally the biggest catch in the world. I have no idea why I'm single. It's shocking to me.
Well, you don't try.
Well, I don't try, and I think, yeah, I don't know. But
Be it as it may.
what was I saying? I forget what
You're
I
a
was saying.
catch. You don't allow yourself to see relationships and think that
Oh
they're
yeah,
bad.
so I just think that like in my mind I'm like every relationship is good which is not true.
Oh, I would make the argument most are bad.
Interesting.
And people are forcing themselves.
Okay, see, I do not see it like that, and I wish that I did. I wish I let myself see it like that more.
I think this is a good analogy. How we approached sports in high school is how most people approach relationships as adults.
Okay, so
You did sports or the clubs, and you're like, well, I need this on a resume, trying to move up and, trying to grow as a person.
Meet people.
Yes.
Do what's socially acceptable.
Exactly. These
But
people
I don't
are
like
in-
lacrosse, really. Like, I just did it because I had to.
I don't want to. They're like, oh, practices are at 6 a.m. And you're like,
Fuck that.
motherfucker.
Yeah, motherfucker.
I hate this.
But, like, you did it.
But I know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yep.
So I'll just suck it up so I could go to college.
Yep.
That's how people are approaching relationships now.
That is very a good analogy. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Right. They're just like, I'm with this person because that's just what I'm supposed to do. I'm trying to move up in life, have a kid. And guess what? There's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's called death.
Yeah.
So,
I can't wait.
And isn't that going to be nice?
Isn't that going to... I can't wait to just be asleep forever, honestly.
Right.
I love sleeping.
It's going to be a good time.
I'll be ready for it. It's going to be a good time.
You and Tommy, your podcast and your dead's going to be hot.
Honestly, I was born for death, I think.
Right.
I am...
Put that as merch.
Yeah, I was
Luisa Lange, I was born for death.
Born for death. I am ready.
Because most people...
Knock on wood, I'm not ready to die.
No, she's alive. She's doing great.
Yeah, but when it happens, I'll be fine with it.
But we can't wait for it.
I'll be ready.
What was I going to say? That's right. Most people approach relationships like, I'm just going to get through it.
Yeah.
This is good enough. I don't
Yeah.
hate this.
And I don't want to do that. I think that's
Right.
a big part of it is like this is kind of what I was saying. I'm like happy on my own. I have like so much fun by myself. I like my life. So I don't want to date somebody unless it like really enhances my life.
Yes.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to like just play the sport because I have to. I don't want to like settle. And I think I see a lot of people, like you said, most relationships are just settling. And it's like, I think I could probably be in a relationship if I wanted to, just lock something down.
What's it called? Settling down.
Settling. But I don't want to do that. I literally don't want to settle. And it's like tick, 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 like your eggs are fucking melting or whatever the fuck they do. And that's the only
you
thing
should
that's
probably know
stressful
that.
about. I should probably
You should
read, read about that one.
You should probably call a doctor
I just
or
said
something.
melting. Yeah, I should.
Your eggs are melting?
I should look into that one.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm
but-
concerned.
Yeah, me too. No, I'm definitely concerned. But that is the only thing that's like a stressor on it is like the biological time thing. Otherwise, I'm chilling. I'm happy. When I find somebody, I'll find somebody.
Why are freezing eggs so expensive?
I don't know. But apparently it's like a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. But like,
It's
I have a freezer.
I know.
Like, why can't you just
And,
do it in
like,
a freezer?
Yeah.
Are these stupid questions?
It's like, I think it's because like egg retrieval is like a invasive surgery.
Ooh.
I think. So I think it's like.
I would imagine.
Like, where are they? I should also know that.
You should know
like,
that.
I have no idea what's going on anyway.
Tell me when to stop.
Like
So-
where? Around here? Around there? I don't know.
It's in the foot?
Yeah,
Where are we
I don't
going?
know. You just pointed to your foot. The views went way up. They turned the volume on.
Yeah. Wait, what they do?
Wait, what's happening? Rewind. We're like, big things happening.
That should be the I was gonna say the footprint.
Thumbnail.
Whoop. Right here. You'll see it one day.
One day.
What was I gonna say?
One day we'll unsock that thing.
Oh, last episode, right before I die.
Yeah, that's the light at the
That's
end
the
of their
final
tunnel.
review. Yeah.
Yeah, is seeing
That's what
your
people-
barefoot. That's why they're sticking through this.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be like the Seinfeld finale. People are gonna be in Times Square.
Yeah, yes.
It's like looking up.
Fireworks. It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be a whole ordeal. Yeah, it's not gonna be like The Sopranos.
No. Oh my god, that's really funny.
What was I gonna say? How much time do we have left? I want to dig
I don't know
into.
what time it is.
I got like 11, 12 minutes left.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't have anywhere to be.
Yeah, you're not,
I got,
you're not going
clearly,
back to
I don't have
anyone.
much going on.
Yeah, come on. What was I gonna say? I had a whole concept. I forgot. But one area I wanted to touch on. This is a big topic. Pause. Timeout, team. This is for now. We could do our sponsors. I don't have sponsors. If I say Wiki feet? Yeah, Foot Finder, which I do get a lot of pop-ups on my computer now.
I feel like now I'm going to.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, my earring is back. We're back.
I had something about the eggs, but I forgot. So one topic I wanted to touch on, me and Luciano have a lot of conversations about this. Are you aware that Luciano has a dating methodology?
No, is he single?
He's more single than you.
That's such a sad scale to be very, very single.
He's outrageously single.
Wow, and how old is he again? He's like older than are we the same age?
Yeah, 29.
29. Yeah, I think he's like
he's
a little
32
older.
or 33.
Okay, he has a methodology. How is it working? How's that working out for him?
Well, this is what I would like a female's perspective on, if this is correct.
Okay,
on what
I'm
he's
interested.
doing.
I'm ready.
He's got a 3-date system.
Okay.
First date, drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Second date, activity.
Okay.
Third date, dinner.
Okay.
It's never gone further than that.
For him, it's never gone further than that?
I don't know if it's because that's the methodology or he has some sort of mental capacity.
I personally think for me, I don't love an activity or dinner at the very beginning.
Hate dinner at the beginning.
For the first couple days. I don't want to have dinner with somebody. It's like,
hate it.
For me, I need there to be like, if it's really bad, then it's like, okay, I'll have one drink and I'll go. Dinner is a meal you have to sit through. I'm not trying to do that.
On the first date too?
I'm not trying to do that.
And the type of food, hey, you want to go get
it's
sloppy joes. The hell are we doing
it's just
here?
Messy. It's not good.
I don't know who's making sloppy joes anymore,
but throwback to that.
Right. That was a thing for a time.
Yeah, that really was. So activity like what? Like bowling?
The one
Museum,
I did, I
like,
just used it for the first time.
You
I'm
tried
using this
it out.
methodology.
Okay, how'd it go for you?
We did. There's a brewery in Dumbo.
Okay. Was that the activity?
That was the activity. So you have a little drinks, but you also have a little skee ball. You have a foosball. You have a bocce.
I don't love that.
Ooh.
I'm just, but like I don't know. I'm
you
not
did
a big
break up with me
activity.
after this date.
Well, then that might be
there
it.
you go. Come on, Tom.
I just like to do drinks a couple times. And then once you're more comfortable.
A couple times.
Yeah. But I mean, again, it hasn't worked out for me really either.
That's true also. Well, I did his. It's not working out.
You're
like doing
blind,
yours. It
leading
work.
the blind right now. Like neither of us.
Yeah, this isn't
know
working
what's going
out.
on.
It's not working for Tom. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Fuck Tom.
Yeah, you bald bitch. See you Friday.
Bald bitch. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like dinner and I don't like activities. So.
You don't like dinner. You don't like activities.
No, I just want to like get a drink.
But no, you're fun, Luisa.
Yeah, but I'm so fun. I'm like, I don't know why no one's dating me. I mean, I would be down for whatever. But I think that's an interesting methodology to have. Because, like, why? What's the reasoning behind it?
Well, I know the reason for dinner not being one or two is kind of to what
dinner
you said.
Dinner can't be one or two.
I don't want to sit there and read.
Dinner cannot be one or two. If
right.
somebody off the bat is like, let's get dinner, I'm like, that's a serial killer, like, question.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Drinks is first, I think, for him. Again, this is all Luciano. We would have to consult.
I agree that drinks is first.
Drinks is a good first. I do agree.
Totally.
He said you can leave whenever.
Yeah. I always
go
in with an excuse of like, oh, I have a birthday party at 9, but I can meet at 7.
By the way, and this is what I'm going to say for women, you don't
need to do that.
Well, you all use the birthday excuse.
Oh, shit.
And you all hate friends. So stop telling me that you have birthday parties for all these women you hate.
I say birthday every time.
Yeah, don't say that. I don't know if these nothing dudes picked up on it, but I picked up on it.
You're like, you do not have a birthday
All
party.
of you can't have birthday parties every weekend.
Right.
So mix it up. I don't know.
I don't even know. I can't even think of anything else.
Funeral. There you go. I just thought of another one.
Funeral at 9. But I can get
I'm
down to
funeral.
loosen up before. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I didn't like him that much anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going up giving a speech.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. So I don't know. Think of something different. But yeah. So that's.
Think of something different.
I think it's stop using the birthday excuse.
Okay, I'm gonna remember that one.
I remember that was always back in 2017, 2018 when I was.
Did you meet your ex on an app?
College.
Oh, see, that's so much easier.
So much easier.
That's just so easy.
Yep. Well, yeah.
Well,
and that didn't work out. So maybe the apps are right. Who knows?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck the secret is. I don't have like much advice. I'm not probably the best person to ask.
No, that's why I'm going to do the opposite
of what I say.
of what you're saying.
Yeah. So
like when Seinfeld was act depressed with George's girlfriend, then George's
I didn't
girlfriend
watch
got
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the characters.
All
And
right.
I know, like,
yeah, but
the
well, we're doing a lot of
general-
Seinfeld
I know the
analogies
general
here. But.
I know the general vibes.
Okay. Well, but no activity.
I mean, no, I would be down for an activity, I guess. I don't really know. I don't really care. I don't have like strong opinions about that. Or do I? I don't know. I'm like, dating is so confusing to me. It kind of depends who it is. Is it somebody that would be fun to do an activity with? Or is it somebody that I'm just like, oh, this is like boring?
But should you not know that after the initial drinks? You should know
I
if
guess
they're
you're
fun
right.
enough.
Yeah, I guess you're right. After one drink.
Yes.
One
also,
date.
drinks, I was told, that, again, this is Luciano, should be no longer than 45 minutes.
See, that's also the problem is like I went on a date last week and I was like, I have a birthday party at 9. It ended up going really well. So we like ended up staying until like 10:30 and I was like, oh no, like my friends haven't left the pregame yet. Like they're fine. I didn't even have friends at a pregame. I was literally just lying.
Yeah, you're just a liar.
Just lying. Being like, oh, I can like get another drink. They're not even like there yet. And it's like, who is they and where is there?
I was going to what if he says, like, where's the party at? Do you
like,
have a go-to spot each time?
No, I'm like, it's in my mind. Like, I don't know. It's in my brain.
It's in the metaverse, actually.
Schizophrenic. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't have an answer.
Let me ask you a question. You go see this guy again, okay? Well, first time, you go out second time. Are you going in again with birthday party?
No, I wouldn't go birthday party 2 times in a row.
Oh, no, the way you're making it sound, you go
not,
birthday
no.
party. You'll be married to a guy for 10 years,
I'm
and you're like, I got a
birthday party. Yeah, you have to watch the kid tonight. I have a birthday party. No, I wouldn't go birthday party twice. But I will say this guy was so interested. He was super into me, at least that's how it seemed. He was like, I really want to see you again. This was so much fun. I like think it's so cool that you do stand up. Da, 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 da. Did not hear from him. So
Bitch.
I texted him the next day and I was like, I like said something from last night and he like said something back. He's like, oh, how's the hangover? And I was like, oh, it's not that bad. Not terrible. I da, 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 da. No, nothing. Did not answer.
You did a callback.
Have not heard from. I did a callback.
You open with a callback.
Yeah, but what else do you open with?
No, I like that.
You got to do a
That's
callback.
a very comic way to approach dating.
Yeah, you have to open with a
callback.
callback. Like, oh, how was your thing that you told me about that you were doing today? And he's like, oh, it's good. How was the hangover? And I was like, oh, not too bad. I got a Gatorade and da 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 da. And then he did not respond. Haven't heard from him. It's been over a week. And I'm just like, I literally think, I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. That happens to me all the time.
You want me to call him?
I would love to know.
Yeah, I'll ask him.
Call him up. FaceTime him.
That should be something. That's a service we could start.
Yeah.
Where I was like, wait.
People pay us.
People pay us
to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, I'll be like, hey, you go out
I
with
do
Luisa last week?
I just wonder what it is. I have no idea. Like, the thing about being a comic that sucks. Also, I know we're like running low on time, but the thing is, like,
listen, the birthday party isn't starting, so my
birthday
friends
party,
are
they're
still
still
at
at
the
the pregame. Yeah, they haven't left yet, so we're good. I think what sucks about being a comic is you go on a date with somebody normally, and you're like, oh, I really enjoyed that, and like until the next time you meet them, that's what you have to go off of. You're like, that date was really good.
Yes.
With us or with me or you can go home and Google me. You can
That's
Google.
true.
You can Google Luisa comedy, and millions of links, not millions, but a bunch of links come up for like podcasts, shows I've done, YouTubes, Instagrams, TikToks. Nikki Glazer. Like, you can see everything. So in between the dates, you can like do recon. You can dig and get information. And in between then, you might have the chance to be like, oh, actually, I'm not interested. And it's like not fair. It doesn't give me a fair chance to be like, what if like, but if you liked me in person, I don't know. I just think that part's not fair. I can't do digging on a normal person.
Right. Well,
But you
not
can
much
dig.
to dig.
On a normal person,
Right.
yeah. No, I know.
Like, oh, they went to Lake Como in 2019.
Yeah, like,
Sick, dude.
not that very interesting.
Right.
But I think that part is like unfair. It's like you can go home and do research on me, and I just have like that date to go off of like, oh, he was really nice and cute, but like I can't see videos of him being an idiot or like him on stage, you know?
Right, that's fair. I never thought of that.
It's just annoying.
And now it's going to be in my brain every time I
in
make
my
a
brain,
clip.
every time I get ghosted or I get someone who's super into me in person and then just nothing, I'm like, they looked me up and they were just like not interested in that.
You know what you should do? This is what I'm going to start doing every time I get ghosted, which has happened. I'm just going to say, hey, just like and subscribe.
Honestly, at least just follow and like. And
you don't have to answer this text. Just like and subscribe.
yeah, please.
That's all I'm
The
looking
least
for.
you could do
Little engagement.
is give me a follower.
Right.
A little engagement.
Last topic I wanted to ask
Okay.
you before we wrap it up here. I heard I consulted with May Planner before I did this, which
Okay.
in hindsight I probably shouldn't have done. I've
Okay.
brought this up on a few episodes, but it's only been with guys, so I'd like your opinion.
Okay.
Asking someone out from work. All right. That's the episode.
Ugh. I don't know. I think it's different now that we work remote. You don't have to like see the person every day at work. I would have. I don't know. I've never actually worked with anyone that I've been like super into, so I kind of can't imagine that. But also May is like, she's married to a comic, so she kind of like
Yeah.
is with someone from work. you
In
know?
hindsight, when I started putting things together, I was like, maybe she was
like,
the worst person
is
to
with
ask.
someone from work, kind of.
Right.
I think it gets to a point where like, we're almost 30. If you meet somebody at work that you really genuinely like and think it might be a thing, don't let work stop you from pursuing something, I think.
Okay.
I mean, that's where I am, where I'm like not having any luck. If I met somebody that was like seemed like the right person and like it was going really well, and the only thing was that I worked with them, I would maybe be like, should I just say fuck it and go for it?
See, where
I don't know.
Yeah, as you get older, there's advantages. Shout
Yeah.
out to
Do you
the
agree
people
with that, or what do you?
I don't know. The girl I asked, I was like 26, I think. So
You asked out a girl. From
Oh
work?
yeah, I'm fucking doing it.
You
I'll
left
give a
that
fuck.
part out. You left.
Yeah. Well, why do you think I asked,
You
Luisa?
buried the lead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I say do it. Fuck it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. Well, nothing happened. So,
Alright,
but I
well,
wanted to see what your opinion
Yeah,
was.
I think that's fine. I think that's
All right.
fine move. I think that's a fine move. I think the DM slide is a fine move. I think,
I'm a big story replier. That way, I'll try to make a
That's-
joke off the story.
yeah, I love that. That's perfect.
It
I
hasn't
do have a
worked that
situation
much.
right now where there's a guy
Ooh.
that I'm very into, and he responds to all my stories, DMs me all the time. Like, I asked him to get a drink, and he was like, yeah. And
You asked
then-
him.
Yeah, I can explain
Love
this
it.
off
No,
camera
love the
more,
initiative.
But like, he responds to all my shit, and I'm just like, and then he asked me to get a drink recently, but it was like once it's like warm out, or it's always like sometime,
Once it's
someday.
warm out?
Yeah, I'm just like, can you just like either stop DMing me or make the move? Like, either leave me alone, because I'm not in the market for like a platonic male friend. Do you know what I mean? I have enough of those. I have like friends.
A guy asked you out to get drinks when it's warmer out.
Yeah.
Yo.
Okay, yeah.
I
So-
can't even tell you what that means, because that's
Okay.
insane.
We both
Bars
have-
are inside.
We both have dogs, so it's kind of like a let's take the dogs to get a drink when it's nice out.
No, keep the dogs at home.
Like,
They're
fuck
fine.
the dogs. Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm like, fuck the dogs. Like, I am just so over it. And it's so confusing because when I asked him to get a drink, he was like, yeah, I might be like meeting up with friends, but I'll let you know. And then I never heard from him, but he did technically say yes. So I took that as a rejection, and I just like stopped giving a shit and kind of stopped like being friendly. Not like being friendly, but I just kind of like whatever.
Go out it as is.
And he just continued liking my stories, fire emojis, laughing emojis, sending me things, being like, and I'm like, I'm so confused. But yeah, I think the story response typically means like that you're interested. But in my case, I have no fucking idea what's going on.
That's the craziest thing I've
I
ever
know.
heard.
I'm like, what do I do now? I just wait.
That's
till it's
crazier than the
warm
foot
out?
fake.
I know, honestly.
You're like checking the weather app every day.
I'm like sending it. I'm like, should I send a screenshot and be like, it's supposed to be nice out on Thursday? Like, what do I do?
Actually, it's supposed to be nice out on Thursday.
it is,
Yeah, you should go.
So
Boy
I'm
gets
just
his
like
dog.
over it. I'm over like trying with that guy, but.
Yo, if you're that guy, kill yourself.
And it's like, I've asked him to get a drink before, so there's no like fear of being rejected on his end. He knows I'm interested. I've made it very clear.
Let me ask you a question. Did you send the initial volley?
Yeah.
And then he said it to you.
Yeah.
This is insane.
It's insane. And it's been going on for like a year and a
He might
half.
be gay.
That's what my friends said. That's what a lot of people have said. But I don't get any vibes from him, but like, who knows? But that is a big theory my friends have going around.
Theorem.
They're like, that's a big theorem going on. They're like, what are you leaving out of the story? Like, he wears dresses. Like, what are you leaving out? And I'm like, I'm really not getting gay vibes from him.
I'm not getting gay vibe from him. It's Harry Styles.
Yeah, it's like he was wearing kitten heels, like when he walks his dog.
Yeah.
They're like, what are you leaving out of the story? But I don't know. That is what people say, though.
My dad's watching this at home right now. He's like, this guy's fucking gay.
This guy that we're talking about?
He's gay.
Your dad's like,
And maybe
gay.
me.
Yeah, that's what I
And
thought
maybe
you
me
said.
too.
Your dad's watching like, this guy's gay.
Oh, he's been saying it for years.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're done,
I'll
folks.
let you go.
Tuesday. What's the name of your show?
Oh, yeah. It's called Nobody Asked, and it's at St. Mark's Comedy Club, and it's actually a very fun show. So,
It's a hot lineup, folks.
hot lineup.
Okay.
It's going to be fun.
Adios.